Hi guys, and welcome to this week's collective reading. I know a lot of us have been experiencing heightened energies lately, and that's really normal at this time. I just wanted to stress that. The first card on our table is multi-dimensional. Kind of says it all. There is a lot going on, a lot coming through, and it can feel hard to keep up. Now, with this multi-dimensional card, the main focus of it is be you, right? It reads multiple dimensions, timelines, be you, and don't even try to fit in. We have so many different facets to ourselves, and each facet works together to help us shine as the individual jewels that we are. And if you can imagine a faceted gemstone, each facet is very important, right? If it were missing a single facet, or if the shaping was done at the wrong angle, the light just won't shine as perfectly as it's meant to, right? And I'm running with this analogy because it's the same for us, right? If there's any facet or aspect of you that you are suppressing or hiding away, then you won't shine at your brightest. And this is about reaching full potential, right? Following the soul's calling. So I really think that this card has chosen to come out at this time because all of these messages that we have coming through, all these ideas, it's to serve the development of you, right? And if you ignore them, you aren't allowing your multidimensional self to shine, right? So really leading this week's reading with this message, that all of these downloads, ideas, messages, strikes of inspiration, sudden dawnings, don't ignore them and make them unimportant, right? Because they will dull your shine. So we have two cards that came out of the Lyran Oracle. So it's the Lion's Gate. I didn't say that. The Lion's Gate is officially open. And at this point, if you're here, I think you know what that is, but if you don't, it's an alignment between the Earth, so us, right? Sirius, Orion's Belt, and the constellation of Leo, right? I always try to keep like not too many hands because they cover the cards. And our sun is in the sign of Leo during the Lion's Gate, right? And it's a time where a lot of beautiful encoded messages can pass freely through this gateway, and our spiritual sun Sirius is able to relay these messages to us much more easily and freely than usual due to this alignment of the stars, right? And Leo is the constellation that helps us to shine our brightest, right? It's being brave and bold and authentically you, not being afraid to be seen and heard. So this is letting your multidimensional self shine, right? So because it's the Lionsgate portal, I've gone ahead and pulled from the Lyran Oracle, which is, Lyra is a different constellation, but it is heavily connected to this Lionsgate alignment. I won't get into it today as it's a whole other deep, long tangent. But we have two beautiful cards from this Lyran deck. And we've got the Middle Earth Dragons and Stargate Initiation. So this first one, Middle Earth Dragons, speaks to connecting into the earth, which I really love. Actually, what I'm seeing is an Earth Star activation with this card, And a soul star or even a stellar gateway activation with this card, more of a soul star with this multidimensional card. It's just playing with the multidimensional facets of you. So we're really extending and expanding the awareness we have with our energy body, right? So the Middle Earth dragon reads at the bottom, mind opening, grounding, and shamanic rituals. And this card speaks to connecting with elemental beings, right? Obviously the dragons, but also your fairies, elves, pixies, gnomes. And I know this will sound silly to some of you, but these are just different names given to the spirits of the earth, right? That's why they're called elemental beings, because they work in the elements that exist in our earthly material plane, right? So connecting with them to receive really ancient information that pertains to your current soul's path, right? And I mentioned the Earth Star chakra earlier. It falls in an expanded, some people call it a 12-star chakra, a 12 chakra system. Sometimes it's placed in a 13 chakra system. Basically, when you start looking outside of the 7 major chakras that we mostly hear about, you start to hear about the Earth Star, the Soul Star, Stellar Gateway, etc. We have a lot of chakra points both within and outside of our physical body. But we have our 7 major chakra centers that are within our body. And then there's like these other commonly looked at or more commonly looked at 5 or 6, depending on which system you're looking at, that extend out of our physical body, right? But there's still major energy centers that exist within our energy field. So the Earth Star chakra, it's exactly what it sounds like. This would extend downwards below the feet and literally anchoring you into the earth, right? So you have your root chakra at the base of the spine, and that really works to ground and root you into your being. But the Earth Star is what really anchors you in. It like hooks you in and helps to keep you present and feeling like you belong, right? It connects you to Mother Gaia and her heartbeat and her rhythm, so that you become a part of the whole, that you're of this, body that you live within. A great way to work with the Earth Star is to literally form a relationship with the earth and the outdoors, right? Working with the earth is working with the elementals, right? Even if you're not yet aware of it. The more you work with the earth, it will open up your senses, right? It's like a good gardener has a sense for what their plants need and when, right? How to best care for them and nurture them, when to feed them, when to harvest, when to cut plants back. But these are things that are learned over time as they attune to their practice, right? So working with the earth, it doesn't have to be gardening if gardening is not your thing, but, spending time in nature, giving back to nature, forming a relationship with nature. Over time, you will start to attune to the energies and the elementals, whatever it is that's really resonating with your frequency. The next card, Stargate Initiation. This reads portals, power spot, and get outdoors. And I love this because opposites attract, right? If you're expanding and your awareness of your energy body, right, outside of your physical body, and you're working on your Earth Star, of course it's going to want to round out and start expanding upwards as well, right? So you start by anchoring down, and the more you are connected to the earth, the firmer you are in your being to receive higher messages, right? The soul star, which sits above your crown chakra, is seen as our connection point to our higher self. And it's also seen as the bridge or a bridging aspect that connects you to your higher self. So this is the chakra that you would work with if you wanted to go into the Akashic Records, because each bridge, and when I say sacred geometry helps with this when you're looking at the petals of the flowers in the flower of life. I hope you don't have a flower of life around here to grab, but each petal would be like a bridging point. I'm going off topic. I think some of you will understand what I'm saying, which is why I've said it, and I'll leave it at that. But each bridge can be seen as a portal that connects you to another memory or a different facet of your soul, right? But this connection to your higher self and past lives is there to serve the development of your soul's purpose in this life, right? That's why it's called the soul star chakra, right? This is what you came here for. Your soul star chakra is here to keep your soul bridged into your physical body. It's to tie you in here and help you connect to your purpose, right? And I want to talk about this last card from the tarot before this reading all ties together. And it's the Two of Wands. And this is the card of deciding which way to go. It's the feeling of having the world in your hands. If you're familiar with the Rider-Waite tarot, it's the feeling of having the world in your hands, like all of the possibilities are here in your hand. You've got the world in your hands. The world is your oyster. And just which way will you go? That's why you've got the wands depicted kind of as these almost like comets coming outwards, right? On a compass going in whichever direction you want to. And this card is one that brings the spirit and passion to explore all of these new potentials that are coming through to you, right? To actually start the work, to see them through. This is where you get that push, that drive to, take that creative thought and actually do something with it. This is a time to trust yourself, which is why you're able to push forward and actually do something and create in this world. So the Two of Wands this card is all about taking the divine messages that you're receiving right now in the Lion's Gate and using them on the earth plane, right? This is why you've got this balancing point between the information that's coming through to you through your stellar gateway and through your soul star chakra. And you're really being guided to focus on grounding it in and connecting to your earth star. So the Lion's Gate portal it's a really exciting time for a lot of us, right? As upgrades are readily available, but we just need to grab on and do the work, right? That being said, because we have to do the work, it can also be a really daunting and scary time for some people, because it is certainly a time that brings in change, right? So just remember, you are multidimensional, right? And any part of yourself that you choose to hide away or dull down, it only serves to keep you from shining, right? And not just this week, I think this reading particularly brings us through the portal energy. So in the next couple of weeks, I really feel this reading is carrying us, right? You want to remember that you really want to work on your connection to the earth and the elemental spirits at this time. And this will actually help to connect you to your soul star as well, right? So even though the soul star is the higher chakra and it because it's all about your soul's purpose, like why you came here, it is very much connected to the Earth Star chakra. They work together. So when you're working with these together, your earthly existence becomes incredibly important, right? You can see the bigger picture of the fact that we go through many lives and we have many opportunities to grow and expand our soul. And that's like an amazing big picture. But working with these two chakras together really helps to zoom back in and understand how important this individual incarnation that you are going through right now, right? Who you are now, who you identify as, why that person is so incredibly important. It connects you to your soul's purpose, right? So you can really understand why they've come out together, right? As they work together just from opposite ends, right? So work on your connection to your Earth Star, as well as the elemental spirits. Maybe, if it's something that is, what's the right word? I don't know. It's just something that sounds nice to you. Go ahead. You can leave out offerings to whatever elemental beings that you feel connected to. You could start speaking to the elemental beings. You don't have to speak a special language. You can literally just use the regular language you speak in, just forming an intentional connection to them. Really you want to work on that connection right now, because this is going to be the first port of call that will start bringing everything together for you. So work on your Earth Star chakra and your elemental spirit connection. And as your downloads are coming through, right, during this portal time where everything's heightened and you might be getting a lot more messages than you normally would, this is really the time to push through fear, right? Harness this Two of Wands energy and harness that energy that the sign of Leo brings us, right? And create, right? Bring your downloads to life. And as you do so, you're working towards alignment of your soul's purpose. And that is this week's reading. I hope you are all enjoying these Lionsgate energies as much as I am. I love this time of year. I really do. I am wishing you all the best, and I will be back next week. Bye, guys.